We have an update on the status of 4 Texas Tech football players who were recently suspended from the team. Coming up, find out if the players will be participating in the upcoming Frisco scrimmage.
The end of the semester is near, and students are beginning to think seriously about their futures after May. We'll show you how one campus department is making the transition from school to real life a little easier. Next.
And the Red Raider basketball team is still making headlines almost 2 weeks after their season ended. Find out where the team ended up in the final coaches poll of the year in sports.
This is the MCTV Weekday Update.
Welcome to the Thursday edition of the MCTV Weekday Update. I'm Graciela Vasquez.
And I'm Megan Zapalac. We have new details in the continuing coverage of a story we brought to you late last month regarding the Texas Tech football team.
On Monday, Coach Cliff Kingsbury officially announced that 4 players who were arrested in March are no longer suspended from the team. Jed Duffy, Desmond Smith, Quan Shorts, and Christian Taylor were all present and participating in practice this week after a weeks-long suspension in March. All 4 players were arrested on March 25th during an incident outside of Bash Rip Rocks nightclub. During the incident, Duffy and Taylor were arrested for criminal mischief and disorderly conduct, and Short and Smith were arrested for disorderly conduct. The Tuesday following the event, Kingsbury announced that the players were placed in indefinite suspension and they were being punished internally by Kingsbury and his staff. On Monday, members of the media noticed that Duffy, Shorts, and Taylor were back at practice, and that Smith had returned but didn't practice due to an injury. Following Monday's session, Kingsbury addressed the media and stated that the suspension had been lifted after consulting Lubbock police and university administrators. All 4 players are now expected to accompany the team to the next spring scrimmage in Frisco this weekend. It is not yet known if all 4 will participate in the scrimmage, which will be held at the Dallas Cowboys Star Practice Facility. Saturday's scrimmage is scheduled to start at 3 p.m.
In other news, there's only 6 weeks remaining in the spring semester. And if you're not sure what your future holds after May, one group on campus is still hosting events to help you with your next step towards your career. On Wednesday, the University Career Center held their nonprofit job fair in the sub ballroom. From 2 to 4, students had the opportunity to meet with representatives from nonprofit organizations in Lubbock and surrounding areas. Organizations such as Susan G. Komen and the Boys and Girls Club were in attendance and looking to speak with students interested in acquiring practicum experience, internships, volunteer hours, part-time work, or even full-time employment. Students were encouraged to dress for success and come confident and ready to engage with potential employers. The nonprofit job fair happens once a semester, but this time it featured something new. Students had the opportunity to begin volunteering for a nonprofit company immediately by practicing in activities set out by the different organizations in attendance. If you missed yesterday's event but are interested in getting involved with a nonprofit, you can speak with the representative from the University Career Center. Head to their website at careercenter.ttu.edu.
Throughout the year, the School of Music holds various events to showcase the skills of their students. And this past Tuesday, some of those students put on a performance that brought the audience to their feet. The Texas Tech Percussion Ensembles and Steel Drum Band held their rocking concert Tuesday evening in the Hemley Recital Hall. The groups used arrangements of popular music and well-known tunes to entertain the audience and encourage attendees to rock out. Along with the student groups, the performance also featured special guest artists Mike Mayers and Tracy Thornton. Tuesday's show was part of the School of Music Spring Concert Series, which highlights different groups and ensembles throughout the semester.
One big concert per semester, so 2 a year, and our concerts always big extravaganzas. They feature all of our percussion ensembles and all of our steel pan ensembles.
Tuesday's special performance also included lights, fog machines, and professional audio technicians to help create the rocking atmosphere for the concert. If you missed Tuesday's show, the School of Music has plenty of concerts before the end of the year. Just visit music.ttu.edu for a full schedule of events. The Monday of April has kicked off with a mostly mild start in terms of weather. We've seen highs around 60 degrees all week and lows have stayed at or below 50.
That's true, Graciela, but it's looking like we might start seeing some warmer temperatures on a regular basis soon, including today. Let's take a look at the MCTV forecast. The MCTV tower cam is showing lots of sunshine this afternoon. Winds have been breezy most of the day and temperatures have already reached the upper 70s. Before sunset, we should see highs reach the mid-80s, making for a very nice evening. But after sunset, we will see an increase in clouds and temperatures will fall back into the low 50s. Tomorrow, the first full weekend of April will bring a return of partially cloudy skies and more wind. Temperatures should reach the upper 70s and low 80s tomorrow afternoon, but we'll see winds increasing up to 25 miles per hour. Overnight, more clouds will enter the sky and winds will be gusty as a cold front moves through the area. By Saturday morning, temperatures will fall near freezing, making for a chilly start to the day. During the day Saturday, we'll continue to see lots of clouds and highs are only expected to reach the upper 50s. Winds will again be breezy, and wind chill factors in the 30s could be an issue until mid-afternoon. After sunset, temperatures will drop back into the low 40s, and the winds will begin increasing around midnight. Wind gusts of up to 40 miles per hour are currently expected overnight Saturday into Sunday. During the day on Sunday, we should see a return of the sun and 80-degree temperatures, but the winds will be a factor throughout the day. With dry conditions continuing on the South Plains, it's likely we'll see a lot of dust in the air on Sunday. Overnight temperatures will drop off into the mid-40s, but the wind chill factor will make it feel even colder. On Monday, we should see some relief from the weekend's winds and a continuation of sunny, warm weather. High temperatures are predicted to climb into the mid-70s and winds should remain light throughout the day. On Monday night, the clouds will stay out of the area and lows should drop into the mid-40s. Tuesday morning will start off with mostly clear skies and mild temperatures, but early in the afternoon we'll see a return of gusty conditions. Tuesday's high is predicted to reach the mid-70s, but the winds are forecast to remain in the area late into the evening. After sunset, we should see partially cloudy skies and temperatures only falling into the mid-50s. Partially cloudy skies, warm temperatures, and more wind will continue as we head into Wednesday. Highs could reach the upper 80s late in the day on Wednesday, and luckily the winds should also calm down, making for a nice evening. Overnight, a few clouds will stick around the area and temperatures will again be mild, with lows falling just below 60 degrees. Looking ahead, more wind and warm weather should stay in the forecast as we finish out the week.
Texas Tech basketball season ended in the annual NCAA tournament, capping off a history-making year. But the news hasn't stopped just yet for the Red Raiders. The final USA Today coaches poll was released earlier this week and Tech came in at number 6. The Red Raiders were one of 2 teams in the top 10 with Kansas coming in at number 3. Tech finished their 2017-2018 season with 27 wins and 10 losses, with their final loss coming against the Villanova Wildcats, who would go on to win the national championship. Rounding out the list of Big 12 teams in the poll, West Virginia came in at number 13, followed by Kansas State at 19.
In other basketball news, one Red Raider freshman is taking advantage of the publicity he received during the tournament, with hopes of moving on to the next level. Yesterday morning, Zaire Smith officially announced he is entering this year's NBA draft. In a tweet, Smith states, "I am excited to say that I am going to enter my name in the NBA draft without an agent. I would like to see where I stand after my freshman year." Smith's choice to enter the draft without an agent leaves open the possibility of returning to the Red Raider basketball team next year. However, if Smith receives enough interest and is projected to go high in the draft, he may eventually hire an agent, which would disqualify him from returning to the Texas Tech basketball team. Smith averaged 11.3 points and 5 rebounds per game during the past season, and his play during March Madness brought him national attention. The 2018 NBA draft is scheduled for June 21st.
The nationally ranked Red Raider baseball team is hitting the road this weekend as they continue conference play. The number 7 Red Raiders will take on the Kansas Jayhawks in Lawrence starting at 1 p.m. on Friday. The series continues on Saturday with a 2 p.m. first pitch, followed by a 1 p.m. start on Sunday. Tech hopes to sweep the Jayhawks after dropping one of 3 games to last place West Virginia this past weekend. You can catch all 3 games on the series on ESPN3.
And back here at home, the Texas Tech softball team is also gearing up for a big weekend as another nationally ranked opponent heads to town. Number 16 ranked Baylor will take on the Red Raiders at Rocky Johnson Field this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Tech is sitting at 1-5 in conference after stealing a victory from the number 25 ranked Oklahoma State Cowboys last weekend. If Tech can earn a couple victories against the Bears, they could move up in the conference standings and gain some much-needed national attention. First pitch for Friday's contest is set for 6 p.m., followed by a 4 p.m. start on Saturday and a noon start for Sunday's series closer. The games will not be on TV, but you can catch the action in person for free with a student ID.
Wrapping up today, we have some big news concerning one of Tech's most well-known faculty members.
That's right, Graciela. Last week, the Texas Tech Alumni Association announced the retirement of Dr. Bill Dean. On December 31st of this year, Dr. Dean will step down from the position of Executive Director of the Alumni Association, a position he has held for 40 years. Dean is well known to the Texas Tech community for his service not only to TTAA, but also for his 51 years of teaching in the College of Media and Communication. Luckily for Tech, Dr. Dean will continue his role as an associate professor for the foreseeable future. Dean has been a part of the Tech community since the 1950s, earning his bachelor's degree in marketing in 1961 and his master's in secondary education in 1965. Dean officially became a professor after completing his doctorate in education administration in 1971. We here at MCTV want to wish Dr. Dean the best in his retirement, as well as express our belief that he will continue to inspire future communicators here in the college.
So Megan, have you taken Dr. Dean's Intro to Mass Communication class?
Oh yes.
That's all for today's edition of the MCTV Weekday Update.
Thanks so much for joining us, and be sure to check ttuhub.net every day for more news. We'll see you next week.